Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Swipe, where I'll be bringing you the latest and greatest news stories, sports talk and tech gossip from around the world. So, to our first segment, it's Swipe News. This is a story of hope, love and care for the less fortunate. With the rise in demand for food banks, Rahman Afzal, a Muslim shopkeeper from Paisley, Scotland, decided to fill one of his fridges with free food for those in need. He believes the community fridges could replace food banks to meet the increasing need for food for the needy. People in the community, no matter who they are, if they find themselves struggling, are able to take advantage of this fridge, he told the BBC. It will get them by until they are feeling more secure. Customers are able to donate food directly to the fridge or sponsor it with cash. Rahman makes sure that those who use the fridge are receiving help from the government before allowing them to take 2 items of food per day. People feel more comfortable about going to their local shop than a food bank. They might not want to make their situation known, he says. One of the main problems is access hours. The food bank in Paisley is only open 3 days a week. And what do people do on the other days? There are a lot more access hours to a community fridge than food banks. These shops are always open. My vision is to close the food banks, full stop. If food banks are only open for limited hours, it's not serving their purpose properly. Hopefully this idea catches on with other shops and more people in need are able to take advantage of community fridges during hard times. What a great story. Now, to Tech Down. Google, yes, your favorite search engine and world tech giant, has launched a website to help you find the Qibla, the direction of prayer. In the desktop version, a line is shown from the user's location in Mecca, which can be used to work out the direction of the Qibla. We tested it from East London Mosque and it's pretty accurate. Mobile users are shown the direction of the Qibla using augmented reality. Users are required to move their phone around to search for the Qibla, and when they are facing towards Mecca, an illustration of the Kaaba is shown indicating the direction. The distance from the user's location to the Kaaba is also shown. Let us know which app you use to find the direction of prayer and whether Google's Qibla Finder will be replacing it. Comment on our social media at Eman Channel UK. Now, to another story which will shock and wow you and possibly scare you. China now has more supercomputers on the world's top 500 list than the United States. China has 202 systems on the top 500 supercomputer list, with the USA comparatively having only 143. The US ranking is at its lowest since the top 500 rankings began 25 years ago, though the country still manages to come in at second place. Japan comes third in with 35 supercomputers, and Germany fourth with just 20. Just 6 months ago, the US led with 169 systems, with China slightly trailing at 160. The processing speeds of a supercomputer are measured in floating points, operations per second, or flops. A petaflop is 1,000 trillion flops. The world's fastest supercomputer, the Chinese Sunhui Taihu Lite, can reach up to 93 petaflops. That's more than twice as fast as the world's second fastest supercomputer, which is also developed by the Chinese. The US, in comparison, comes in at 5th place with the Titan at a speed of 17.6 petaflops. It looks like the US has some serious catching up to do. Now to my favorite segment, it's Sports Talk. Now, can I be taken away by like an alien ship? Okay, since you've all been complaining that it's football, this week's story is on motorsport. 17-year-old Eman has become the British Formula 3 champion. Yes, you heard that correctly. We have another British champion, and he's beaten the record held by F1 legend Ayrton Senna. He won 13 races in the championships, beating the 12 races won by Senna in 1983. He also got 654 points, the highest amount of points ever, yes, ever achieved. Eman told the BBC, "It's pretty amazing for me. I'm just a normal kid from London." Following the record-breaking win, Eman thanked Allah by tweeting, "Thank you Allah for blessing me all year. The glory is all yours." Eman has been billed as the next Lewis Hamilton, and although he has a long way to go, he dreams of racing in the F1 championships one day. Guys, it's that time again. I have to leave, and it's time to swim. This week, we've got 2 Sports Talk story time. This week, we have 2 sports talk stories. I can't say it. I don't know why I'm dabbing.